Let's start with country of Argentina.
The only country named after a chemical element with the southernmost airport in the world. Its biggest celebrity may be the current Pope Francis, whose civil name is Jorge Mario Bergoglio, and more importantly, who actually graduated with a chemical technician's diploma and later on also run tests in a chemical laboratory. Argentina!
There is the world's longest double-track non-stop cable car in Armenia. It turns a record of 5,752 meters. Chess is a compulsory subject in Armenian schools, and Armenia was the first country in the world that embraced Christianity around 300 BC. Ladies and gentlemen, Armenia!
Australia is, among other things, the only continent with no active volcanoes and has got the longest fence in the world called the Dingo Fence, which was supposed to protect the farmland from dingoes. Australia!
Let's go to Austria. I love their t-shirts, they're great. Nobody's capital city is closer to Prague and Bratislava than their capital, Berlin. They have one of the oldest flags in the world. And Christian Doppler, known for the Doppler effect, and famous composers such as Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart were born there. And also, the sewing machine was invented in Austria. Ladies and gentlemen, Austria!
Azerbaijan. The most well-known of Azerbaijan's volcanoes is Yanardaq, also known as a burning mountain. True to its name, the mountain has been burning for as long as anyone can remember, and the fire isn't actually showing signs of going out anytime soon. Azerbaijan!
Let's go for Belarus. Do you know Viber app or do you play World of Tanks? If you do, keep in mind that both these applications were invented in Belarus. The forest in Belarus hosts 800 European bisons, which is the heaviest land animal in Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, Belarus!
Belarus!
Let's go to South America. Let's go to Brazil! Country that borders every country in South America except for Chile and Ecuador, home of the largest river in the world. But there is not a single one bridge across Amazon River. The country of Brazil is named after the Brazilian nut, not the other way around. Brazil!
Bulgaria! The most important thing I can tell you when you'll be speaking with this team is actually you should be careful with one thing, because nodding means no and shaking head means yes. So, dear Bulgarian friends, you should know that the majority of us is actually used to the country, so there better be no misunderstanding, as I can imagine that the confusion between a yes and a no may be a fatal one in the field of chemistry. A big applause for Bulgaria, please.
And I believe Canada! Canada has more lakes than all the countries combined, and by far the longest coastline in the world. More than 200,000 kilometers, which is about 4 times more than the second longest coastline. And a beaver that has found the right spot to watch the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Canada!
Apart from having the world's largest population, it has also the biggest time shift between two neighboring time zones. Actually, the difference on the Chinese border with Afghanistan is 3.5 hours. So if you want to tell your friends that you're traveling in time, here is an option. You can use the border and just jump there and back. In China.
Chinese Taipei. Around 2% of population are aboriginals, indigenous people of the island. But they do not care only about people, because there is a Hello Kitty themed hospital in Chinese Taipei. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome!
Costa Rica has the highest life expectancy in the whole Latin America. One of the possible explanations may be the fact that the national anthem of Costa Rica is played daily on most radios around or at 7 a.m. and I've always been saying to everyone that singing is healthy. So here's a proof. Sing your anthem every morning and you'll see for yourselves. Costa Rica!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Croatia. There is the oldest inhabited city in Europe in Croatia. It's the country where Nikola Tesla was born and many great movies were filmed, such as the Oscar-winning Fiddler on the Roof, Sophie's Choice, Doctor Who, or especially the Star Wars. Ladies and gentlemen, Croatia! May the force be with you guys.
Cyprus is the country where Aphrodite was born. The capital city of Cyprus, Nicosia, is divided by the Green Line, also known as the UN buffer zone. It is the only capital in the world that is divided between two nations. Cyprus!
The Czech Republic. People in the Czech Republic love to drink beer. A lot of beer. We have the highest beer consumption per capita, 24% more than the second country in the world. We are truly atop. But we are also proud not only on our beer, but also on our scientists. And if you are watching us right now thanks to your lenses, keep in mind that lenses were developed in the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic!
Denmark, the home of Hamlet and of the Little Mermaid, and also the country with the highest percentage of children who have an experience with alcohol, which sounds quite promising. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our Danish team from Denmark.
El Salvador, the smallest country in Central America with an enormous amount of volcanoes. But El Salvador is well known for relics of Maya civilization too, and I hope they will be remembered by the great results in Czech and Slovak Republic. Welcome, El Salvador!
Estonia, that we know as the birthplace of Skype, but also supposedly of the first Christmas tree. So thank you for making the 24th or 25th of December so enjoyable for some of us. Thank you, Estonia!
Let's go to Finland, a country that has the largest number of islands in the world, nearly 180,000, and an enormous number of lakes, 190,000. The Finns are the world's, and I'm not kidding, biggest coffee drinkers, gulping no less than 12 kilograms of coffee every year, which means that they drink twice more than the Italians, 3 times more than the Americans, and 4 times more than the Brits. Finland!
So the oldest bridge in their capital is called Pont-Neuf, which means new bridge. It is a country that is probably well known to most of you. It's, by the way, my second homeland, as I'm half Czech, half French. And it was the first country to introduce a transport system, like a public one. One other fun thing that you might want to know about France is that the word baguette has several meanings in French according to how you use it. Besides the type of pastry, baguette used in a proper context can change to a magical wand, la baguette magique, drumsticks, la baguette de tambour, or steering rod, la baguette en verre. France!
The representatives of France, you will talk about baguettes during the evening. With the team of the next country, you will be maybe toasting a lot. Let's concentrate on Georgia. Because the grape wine originated in Georgia, and during a traditional feast called Supra, there can be over 20 toasts in one single night. The deepest cave on Earth is found in Georgia. It's called the Grubera Cave, and its depth is 2,197 meters. Keep in mind to visit it in Georgia.
And the next country is Germany, who was the first country in the world to adopt daylight saving time. The gummy bears that some of us are addicted to were actually invented by a German, and German remains the language with the most native speakers in Europe. Germany!
Let's go to Greece, the birthplace of democracy and of the Olympic Games. We might as well add a quote about Greeks from Winston Churchill.
Thus, we will not say that Greeks fight like heroes, but that heroes fight like Greeks. From Greece.
Let's go to the north a bit. Let's welcome Hungary, the country where Erno Rubik, the inventor of Rubik's Cube, was born, as well as Albert Szent-Györgyi, who isolated vitamin C, one of the fathers of hydrogen bomb, and Varteller or electrical engineer Denis Gabor, known for inventing the holography, all in Hungary.
And from there we'll travel to Iceland, a country with an extremely low homicide rate. Just one murder in total in 2016, which I find incredible. Has it got something to do with the fact that Iceland consumes more Coca-Cola than any country in the world? I hope we will get the opportunity to hear that from the team from Iceland.
We would also love to welcome India, country that is 40 times larger than the Czech Republic. It has a developing space program as well as 1600 years old column in Delhi that do not corrode. They have many festivals such as Holi, the Festival of Colors. May you use all the colors here during the Olympiad. India!
And next comes Indonesia, the most populous Muslim country in the world with the largest archipelago in the world, which has got more than 18,000 islands. Indonesia.
Iran. It is the world's oldest continuous major civilization with historical and urban settlements dating back to 4000 BC. And keep in mind that Iran has more ski resorts than the South America combined. Iran.
Ireland. Ireland is the only country in the world to have a musical instrument as its national symbol. It's a harp, by the way, and it is also the only country in the world where windmills turn in a clockwise direction. Ireland!
Let's go for Israel, the only country in the world with a desert that is receding, home of many inventions such as USB. It was invented at Technion in Haifa. And speaking about homes of inventions, in the city of Beersheba, it's the city where 8 grand chess masters are living. 1 grand chess master for 20,000 people. In Israel.
Italy has one thing that struck me, because there is a free 24-hour red wine fountain in central Italy. It was built in 2016 by a local winery in the village of Caldari di Ortona, Italy.
Let's concentrate on Japan. Japanese have the longest life expectancy in the world, and the country of rising sun is well known for its cuisine, especially various kinds of sushi. But do not forget that they are also the most important exporters of frog legs. Japan.
Kazakhstan. So all the teams from Kazakhstan have actually experienced the same, let's say, political representation, because Kazakhstan has had the same presidents since the country's foundation in 1991. Kazakhstan.
Let's go for Korea. Korea is 1 or 2 years older than you are. Because in South Korea, when you are born, you are already 1 year old. And everyone adds 1 year at the January 1st, at the start of the year. And it's necessary to say that the Koreans made a great Olympic Games in 2018, and they are amazing in video games, especially in StarCraft 2. Korea!
Kyrgyzstan. The name Kyrgyz is derived from the Kyrgyz word for 40. It is a possibility that the people of Kyrgyzstan came from 40 families or clans. There are over 88 major mountain ranges in Kyrgyzstan, making up about more than 70% of the country's territory. And the world's largest walnut tree forest is in Kyrgyzstan.
Let's concentrate on Latvia, the country that have the tallest women in the world, on average 170 centimeters. I'm not really sure. Latvia, they have also the inventor of jeans, Jacob W. Davis, who was born in Riga. And the Latvian Independence Day is actually May the 4th, which is the International Star Wars Day. Latvia!
Lithuania, who has got one of the fastest internet connections in the world and is the only country in the world with its own official scent called the Scent of Lithuania. Lithuania! And now let's take a small break from all those fascinating, overwhelming information.